so much for agreeing to do this for me.
Of
I can't.
course. So my name is Miriam Costa-Jackson. I will be playing Rosalinda in Die Fledermaus this upcoming performance, or for this upcoming performance, was that. Anyway, and then about me, I am the third of a trio of singing sisters. I am the youngest. There's Ginger, Marina, and then Miriam, which is me. We travel the world singing opera together. And then also we have had the opportunity to perform in operas together, but usually we're just doing concerts.
Oh my gosh, that's so incredible. I can't wait to meet you in person.
Thank you. Thank you. It's really fun, especially in the family. And luckily the good Lord took care of the voice type or like jealousy because I'm a coloratura soprano. My sister Marina is a lyric, like a full lyric soprano, and then Ginger is a mezzo soprano. So we don't necessarily have roles that will cascade with each other where we'll be like, but a lot of times we will, compete a little bit like whoever's vocalizing, Ginger will sing lower than the person or I'll sing higher. And so it's a really fun dynamic. But
Oh my gosh, that's incredible. That's incredible. Well, hopefully we can get some of your sisters into some of our productions too.
absolutely.
Very
Absolutely.
cool. All right, so I'm just going to ask you a couple of questions just to kind of share with our readers and our listeners a little bit more about you. So, when and how did you become interested in opera?
So my mother is Italian, and she would play the traditional Italian folk music in the home. My dad is from Utah, and he would play musical theater music in the home. So traditionally, anytime we went to Italy, which was usually once a year, because my sweet grandmother would save up her money to get us all tickets to go to Italy each year and visit our family. But when you get together with Italians, there's a lot of singing and commotion. And my mother was like, all right, go stand on the table and sing something for your family, right? So we just would sing. And then I remember listening to Maria Callas and Cecilia Bartoli and the three tenors, especially Luciano Pavarotti was our favorite, and just falling in love with it when I was about 12 years old. And I told my mom, I really need lessons. And everybody, of course, was like, you're way too young. But that's when it started.
Oh
So
my gosh.
graciously, we had some beautiful teachers take us under our wing because after I started at 12, my other sisters were like, well, I might as well try it. So Ginger started singing at 16, and then Marina actually took a while. It took a while to crack her. She was about 20. She had already finished some college and was like, you know what? I'm going to try this singing thing, which she's gone on and had an amazing career. So
Oh my
she can
gosh.
thank me for that later. But yeah, it was just having music in the home and being able to enjoy it and just really feel in your heart that music. And then having the courage to try to sing it and see if whether or not you have the talent to do it. That's kind of what started us all off.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing. Thank you so much for sharing that. So far, what has been your favorite role?
So I usually do mostly concerts with my sisters thus far, but I did have an opportunity to go to Seattle Opera, and I played Clorinda, which is one of the ugly stepsisters to my sister Ginger. So Ginger was Cenerentola, and I was one of the ugly stepsisters, and that was so absolutely so much fun. But you know what? Honestly, I think my favorite role was Micaela thus far, because she doesn't have a lot of music. She comes out and sings the heart-wrenching aria and then gets to leave and everybody loves her, so I did that in Phoenicia with Ginger as well, so I keep getting paired up with Ginger, which is awesome. But she was the Carmen and I was the Micaela, so I would say Micaela. But as far as fun, the being an ugly stepsister, nothing beats being able to, abuse your sister on stage.
Exactly.
So,
Oh, that's wonderful. So, shifting from that to, okay, so you've done those two roles and you've enjoyed them. What is your dream role? I mean, if you could pick any opera, any role that you wanted to play, what would that be?
I am a sucker for Italian opera, of course, but Lucia di Lammermoor, which I would have to say, um, because there's the dramatic and just the beauty of being able to do a lot of coloratura, but I really want a crack at that mad scene. I feel like I'm on the verge of a mental breakdown anyway, usually. So it would be just so fun to go at it on stage and just explore, going crazy at the end.
Oh my gosh, yeah, and that is an amazing role, and that mad scene is just incredible.
Yes, yes.
Very,
Super long, super, like if you can do that, you can do anything.
you're not kidding. Yeah, the exactly the notes and all that. It's just gorgeous. Very cool. So you're going to be performing Rosalinda, which we talked about in our performance in February.
Yes.
Die Fledermaus. Die Fledermaus. I never pronounced that correctly.
Very
How are
good.
you going to prepare for that role?
Okay, so I'm a musician and I can play the piano, but I never trust myself. So I've paired up with some coaches and I say, hey, please plunk out my note and send me the recording. Um, I currently, every single morning, I do fasted cardio because I'm on a workout regimen with my trainer. I'm preparing also for a bodybuilding competition next year, hopefully, if I can build enough muscle. Anyway, long tangent, but every morning I have to do cardio. So I'll just plug in the music and look at the music. So I'll plug in my part, and then I'll look at the music and kind of you just get rid of every other song that you listen to until you have that opera, down pat. So, and luckily we're very, which will be fun for the audience as well, but we're doing it in English. So it'll be a pretty quick to memorize instead of having to learn another language in order to sing. So,
Exactly. Yeah, this is actually the first opera that Lyrical Opera has done in English.
ooh,
And
okay.
so, yeah, so this is going to be a lot of fun for our audience. I mean, we love the Italian and the French, and all those are beautiful, but I think it'll be really, really nice for the audience to have this one in English.
Absolutely.
Subtitles aren't necessary, so
Yep, yep.
yeah,
Makes it easier on all of us.
yeah,
And it
exactly.
makes it a little bit more approachable. A lot of newcomers that maybe haven't gone to an opera before might love to come and see something performed in their own language.
Yeah, that and it is quite comedic in nature, so it
Yes, totally.
should be entertaining. All right. So I have one last question for you, and that is, I mean, if you could share just one, and I mean, you've already shared some amazing facts about yourself, but if you could share just one fact about yourself with our listeners, our readers, what would that be?
Um, well, uh, that I just love music so much. And if you are coming to the show, I absolutely will be giving my whole soul to it. I will, you know, it's a moment for me to really engage with the audience, and there's nothing better than being on stage. And I love just doing it so much. So I guess long version of what I'm trying to say is that everything I do with my heart and soul. And I hope that that's portrayed on stage and through the music as well.
That's very nice. I don't know. I mean, are you familiar with the venue that you're going to be performing in?
I haven't had the honor yet to see the stage or the theater.
Yeah, it's a beautiful facility. I think you'll really, really enjoy performing there. It's relatively new, 5 or 6 years old, but it is a gorgeous facility, and the acoustics are lovely. And I can't wait to see you out there on the stage for us and sharing your whole self with our audience. I think they'll be in for a rare treat.
Thank you so much. Well, hopefully I can do justice to the beautiful music and the kindness that I've been shown in this company. It's a rare thing to have an opera company that will work with families and people who have children. And you guys have been so wonderful in extending just love and um, affirming that we can still do this while we're um, trying to keep a household together as well.
Exactly. It requires a lot of personal effort on your part, but at least it can be worked into your schedule when it works for you and around your family and your other needs, which is what we focus on. We know people have families and lives and jobs outside of what our passion is, which is the music.
Right.
And so, yeah, so I'm glad that you feel that, and we're thrilled to have you join us.